Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Wow, to that Madrid heartbreak, we're just getting good news after good news. Liverpool first dropping points. It's Spurs as really rollicking Newcastle, and now Erling Haaland to City is a done deal. I know that it was 2 weeks back when Fabrizio Romano was reporting on this, David Ornstein was reporting on this, all of City's tier 1 journalists reporting on this, that City have started negotiations with Erling Haaland and they're discussing personal terms with him. But now reports in Germany are coming out that City's CEO Ferran Soriano has officially spoken to his Dortmund counterpart and asked to trigger that release clause. Now the thing is, City have to pay the 75 million euros, which is about 65 million pounds, in one payment. Generally, the deals are that you can pay the release clause in multiple payments, but how this is structured is City have to pay that 75 million euros in a single payment. So that is what is news coming from all of the major outlets in Germany. David Ornstein of the Athletic, who is said to be a very reliable source around City, he said today morning that Haaland to City is almost a done deal. Haaland is almost packing his bags to City. So City are set to trigger that release clause anytime this week. And I think it will be officially announced at the end of the season, I think. Prasad is here. Prasad says it's nice. Yes, finally some positive news. Finally some positive news after what has happened in Madrid. I still cannot take that out of my head. What the hell happened? 3 days before yesterday's game, that Madrid game has really shook me. It's still in our heads. Yesterday, Rodri said after the match that I didn't even. I didn't even go to sleep that night after Madrid. I couldn't get out of bed. That's how much it affected City. Prasad says hopefully we could get Mbappe deal done. Mbappe deal is I was a bit worried because reports were coming. Mbappe is in talks to sign an extension with PSG. And then if that happens, Madrid will come to Haaland. And the pool of clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, even sometimes Bayern Munich, you just can't resist players. So I was afraid that Haaland could head to Real Madrid, but it's good that we have got this Haaland deal done. It's exciting for me to imagine what will it be. Front three: Phil Foden, Haaland. You should also remember Julian Alvarez is coming. People say that Julian Alvarez is like, he has a finishing of 99. Like the FIFA rating 99, if someone has finishing of that sort, how will it be? That is how Julian Alvarez is. So Haaland, Alvarez, wow, what a deadly combination it would be. I really think that in the Champions League, the problem was not us finishing of the chances. Otherwise, we should have really seen of Madrid in the first leg itself. Even Madrid fans will agree with that. So I do think Haaland is the sort of cutting edge to this tool. Like Pep Guardiola had Lionel Messi. Real Madrid now have Karim Benzema, who's the cutting edge. Bayern have Lewandowski. Haaland, I think, is our cutting edge, and I think this is it for us. So next season, I just can't wait for next season, but the pressure is still there. We have 3 more matches to go. Liverpool are just 3 points behind us. Prasad says there's a meeting with Mbappe's representatives next week in Madrid. Yes, I do hope Mbappe goes to Madrid. It's not because I don't want to see Madrid strong, but the thing is, Mbappe will rot at PSG. It would be such a shame to lose a player of that talent to the French league. So Mbappe at Madrid, at least he'll get to play in a world-class league around world-class players, the superb coach and all of that, competing against Atletico. Barcelona will be strong. So I really wish Mbappe makes a move to Madrid, because I don't want to again see that talent rot, especially like what has happened to Neymar, for example. Neymar, I thought that most of us would have thought that Neymar will win at least one Ballon d'Or. But what has happened to Neymar? He was just like completely gone now. That entire talent, potential, everything's just wasted. All of the footballing world is with stories of players whose talent has gone wasted. It's only a very few who have that discipline, who have that consistency to put in the work year in, year out. Those are the ones who really make it to the very best. Ronaldo, Messi, all of those people, De Bruyne. Not Hang who he says PSG and Man U are talent graves. Exactly, and I don't know why players go there. I just think it's the pull. Even Manu is becoming that sort of a thing. Exactly like you pointed out. Jadon Sancho, for example, he left City, went to Dortmund, he's doing extremely well. I don't know why he returned back to Man United again. He could have gone to. I mean, if Sancho was at Borussia Dortmund, I think someone like a Barcelona would have come in for him. So I don't know why he went to Man U. I think people go there just because of the money, just because of the package and nothing else. Because why do you want to go to teams you where you can't challenge yourself day in and day out, where you can't truly express your potential? I don't know. There are few clubs that have been talent graves, like you said. Man U is one, PSG is another. There are those two that stand out now. But with Erling Haaland, I would say one thing, that he will not get that much space like he's getting at Dortmund. So I think he'll have to work around that, just like Grealish is finding out. Grealish is not the same player who's at Aston Villa. Camden says with Haaland coming in and Liam Delap ready to burst onto the scene, do you see either Jesus or Sterling live in this summer? I think for financial fair play, you have to leave. City can't afford to keep all those players in, and also not just Haaland. You should see that Julian Alvarez is also coming in, and Pep indirectly pointed out that Julian Alvarez will start. And like I said, Julian Alvarez is someone with 98, 99 finishing rating on FIFA. His finishing is so good. I see his near post finishing, and it's almost like Sergio Aguero finishing. He's the next Sergio Aguero, somewhat like that. So for financial fair play, they'll have to go, and also they'll have to go because the World Cup is coming. Gabriel Jesus, to get into that Brazil team, for example, has to play day in and day out, I think. So Jesus and the pull of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, similar style of play to Pep Guardiola. He likes strikers who do that work. Who offer that work rate. So Jesus to Arsenal, I think, is pretty much a done move. And I also think that Sterling will get offloaded. Not Hang who says Sancho, Matic, Mata, Martial. These teams just throw money at players and hope it magically works out itself. And also I would like to point out that look at the speed at which City are working. Look at the speed at which Liverpool have gone through. They secured Luis Diaz. And I think that the reason why Liverpool are competing for 4 titles is the business they did in January. Luis Diaz for around about 30 million. They were down 2-0 against Villarreal. Sorry, they 2-2. They were drawing against Villarreal. Luis Diaz comes on and hits a goal. Against Spurs, they were losing. Luis Diaz comes on and hits a goal. Multiple times, Luis Diaz has bailed them out. So these, the one thing about teams that are really at the top right now is the consistency with which the management behind them, the transfer directors, go on and they see the scouting reports, they sign players for value deals and all of that. Look at the speed at which City have done. Haaland is gone now, which means after the season is over, City have time to look at a midfielder. Potentially, we need a Fernandinho replacement. We need a left back replacement. We also might potentially need a centre back if someone like an Ake leaves, which there are rumors about. So I think very well done to the City board. Very, very well done to how we have worked out. And another thing with Haaland, like I was mentioning, is he needs to adapt to the system. He does not have as much of a work rate as Pep Guardiola really demands from his team. So Haaland should learn that, and also Haaland, his ability to hold on to the ball in tight spaces. I don't think it's at the level of Gabriel Jesus, for example. That technical ability, that's another thing that Haaland should learn. Haaland, next season, I would not be surprised if people call Haaland a flop, like they've called Bernardo Silva in his first season, like they've called Riyad Mahrez in his first season, like they've called Rodri in his first season, because Learning the ins and out of a Pep Guardiola system is in itself a one season exercise. The spaces which a striker should occupy, he has to go out wide, he has to drop to cause an overload in the midfield, he has to go back to defend, he has to. I mean, the kind of positional play that Guardiola demands from his players is really at a very high standard. So Haaland will have to learn that. It's not gonna be that Haaland is gonna come in and offer you 30 goals a season in his first season itself. That's not gonna happen. That's not at all gonna happen. So it's gonna be the start of a big learning journey for Haaland. And also like Hang, who he was mentioning in the comment, Sancho, Matic, Mata, all of those players. I have to appreciate Haaland here. I have to appreciate the representatives of Haaland here with the fact that United came in for an offer. I mean, Juventus, when he was 18, Juventus came in with an offer for him, big offer. He chose to stay in Norway and learn the trade. Before joining Dortmund, Man United came in with a big wage offer. It was said to be around £300,000 or something. He decided to take a wage cut and join Borussia Dortmund. So you look at Haaland's journey, the way he has chosen his clubs at each of his development cycle. I think that's a big learning lesson for youngsters who are just looking to choose their clubs in the future. So Haaland is coming, very good news, but it won't be an easy journey for Haaland. For all of us City fans and everyone, I would like to remind that its first season is going to be brutal. The learning curve is going to be very tough, especially under Pep Guardiola. Becoming a Pep Guardiola ill striker is not at all easy. He expects you to play across the front line. He expects you to play in the midfield, dropping back. So it's not going to be easy, but it's exciting due to the cutting edge that he brings, due to that fine, sharp finishing that he brings. His injury record, people say, is a worry, but we have a top-class medical team with top-class conditioning facilities here. So I'm sure we'll get over that. That is the least of our concerns. But after that Madrid heartbreak again, Liverpool dropping points, us smacking Newcastle, now the Haaland deal. Wow, what a week we are having. I just hope that we have another good week next week and we do really well against Wolves, we do well against West Ham, and we go into the final day against Aston Villa with almost the Premier League title secured. So that's it. Very good news for us, and take care, guys. See you all.